Yo, what's up, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? This is your boy, Big Miz from the zoo, and I'm back with another story for y'all. And this situation, it takes place in, actually in Philadelphia, PA. And this was like back in 2001. So I'm bringing y'all back. And I was really off the chain at this time. I was real lawless about do anything outside in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I did not care. It felt like I had no rules, no guidelines to how I was moving. I didn't have the proper etiquettes in life or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I moved off of impulse and what you would call a live wire. I was definitely that. And I would take trips out to PA or to Philly, period, and be doing robberies. And I got caught this time. And I was on a very well-known street inside of Philadelphia, like right near the downtown area called South Street. And I found me a victim. I robbed them, grabbed their money, dipped off. You know what I'm saying? Only for undercover cops to be all over the place. I did not know that they were set up like that. But they running behind me, and I'm running through streets, through alleyways and everything. Then got to another street, I think it was called Spring Street. And they surrounded me, apprehended me, put me in this little paddy wagon, this van, locked me up, and sent me off to jail. I went through CFCF. I went through the roundhouse, or it could have been the roundhouse, then CFCF, but eventually they put me on State Road and HOC, the House of Corrections. And this old looking building was like a dome. It looked like a dome where gladiators would come to fight at. That's exactly what it looked like to me. And it had like tiers going around and gates surrounding the tiers or whatever. And it looked like a very old building. And when they put me into my dorm upstairs or whatever, to the tier upstairs, when you come into the dorm, it looks just like how the thumbnail looked. You could look through the whole dorm, but don't see no cells. Like, this threw me off. Like, I'm looking like, yo, where is the rest of the dudes that's locked down with me? Where they at? But you have to go deep into the dorm. You get to the cells, and you have this latch. Then you open the cell door. It's bars, like thin metal bars or whatever. You open the cell door, and then you walk down into the cell. And these dungeon style cells was diabolical, bro. You know what I'm saying? There was always issues with the water, always mice or rats running from cell to cell. Like when we sleeping, they running from cell to cell and stuff like that. I'm trying to give y'all a vision of how it looks. And if I come up my steps and look, I could look over right into the next cell over to me. But they have them thin metal bars over on their joints too. And the turnkey, that's what they call them, the officers, the turnkey can walk up and down it and just look down inside our cells or whatever. But this one day, I remembered this situation that I'm about to speak about because of I was just on TikTok live and listening to a gentleman that I might bring to the platform to tell some stories. He spoke about a situation, and it sparked my brain on something that was similar to it that I witnessed. Now, it was a lot of Muslims. If y'all know, you know, like Philadelphia jails, Muslims run those jails, without a doubt. Those are the people that you'll be making a very, very stupid mistake if you trying to steal from them. You're trying to start a fight, or you want to think that you're going to unalive a Muslim in the PA jails. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? or they gonna retaliate so smooth it ain't gonna make no sense. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, on this tier, it was a lot of Latin kings and a lot of Muslims. Way more Muslims than Latin kings, but the Latin kings were deep in there too. It was like 20 of them. Yeah, maybe 20, 22, 23 of them, something like that, around that ballpark figure. And the Muslims, they were way deeper, like 40 of them or whatever like that. But there was one young dude that came into our tier. And since he was a city boy, you know what I'm saying? And he was from Philly anyway, so he always saying, you know what I'm saying? Allah be my Shahid, you know what I'm saying? They talking like that anyway, you know what I'm saying? With the Stafford laws and things of that nature. He was already speaking like that. And he was good with the Muslims, you know what I'm saying? I guess his was Muslim, so it kind of like fell in line. He was riding with the ox or whatever like that. But this dude, he was stealing in the dorm. He was stealing in the dorm, and he got caught. He got caught by a Latin king, and they all went to draw down on this man. Like, they got him in the back, like, ready to pour old boy out, ready to poke him up all crazy. And I back there, still in the back, still popping, like, nah, F that. You know what I'm saying? My ox right here. We can do this. We can sling iron all day. Like, this is how he kicking it. And some brothers is getting up and getting out their cell, coming. This is early morning. They looking to see what's going on. And they have their main dude, their main Latin king dude. He's standing there and he's speaking in Spanish, and somebody beside him is translating for him, saying that he needs to talk to the imam, because if you're a Muslim, it's going to be a certain way we're going to have to go about this. And I was standing there and I was like, so they're not just going to pour him out, they want to speak to the imam and try to get some straightening. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really inquisitive. I want to see what's about to take place. And at this time, I wasn't even Muslim. I was a whole savage in the streets. So I'm standing there. I'm just there for all the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's possibly about to take place, I'm there just to watch it and see it go down. And they went and got the imam. The dude that's over the Latin kings is talking, you know what I'm saying, through his translator, telling the imam that his brother stole. He stole a lot of items, you know what I'm saying, like $30 worth of food or whatever from one of his brothers, and something has to happen. And he's saying that he needs to be violated, and they need to watch, and they need to violate him too, to show him stealing is not tolerated on either side for any reason possible. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. Or they can just go to war. And the imam walks off. He walks off with the assistant imam and one of the guys from the Citra team. And they walk off. The Citra team is the security. You know what I'm saying? But they walk off and they talk for a minute. And then they call the brother Aleem. They call him into a cell. And then the imam started calling some of the Latin kings and had them stand in front of the cell. And then he started calling more of the Citra team, and then they went in to the cell and started giving his brother lashes, right? I'm talking about, they gave him probably like 100 lashes, whipping him. Wow. And the Latin kings they just sitting there looking. They looking mad, you know what I'm saying? Looking at them, then they looking at the other brothers that standing around, the Muslims that standing around, and like at any given time, this can pop off, because the Muslims are standing there like, yo, we really don't like what's going on, like either way, but they know that they had to do something to show that they're not with all that stealing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they whipping the brother, and then after they were done, like Aleem comes out, he like this holding his body. And the brother was like, yo, you good, Ak? Apologize to them. And he was like, it's bad. Just that in the third. But the Latin king leader started translating through somebody again. You know what I'm saying? Getting translated through somebody. And he like, so we have something set up for him too. And they walked off and started talking or whatever. And maybe like, I'm gonna say like 7 minutes later, they coming back and they telling everybody to clear that walkway that you see in the thumbnail, that whole hall. They said clear that. You can stand in your post by your door, but no further than that. You know what I'm saying? Don't come walking and being in that area. And this is the reason why. They had Elaine go to the back of the dorm, all the way to the back of the dorm, right? And when they say go, he had to run down that long tier while Latin Kings are coming out of the cut, out of these doorways, and hitting him with locks in the sock, batteries with in the sock, you know what I'm saying, and little pipes. They had all different type of weapons, and he's running down there and getting hit, pow, I'm talking about from all corners. And he had to run past at least like, I'm gonna say 70 cells or something like that. And you had some of the brothers standing there like looking hurt, you know what I'm saying, looking real disturbed, real hurt, watching this brother run through. Can you imagine having to put your back against a wall because of something that you did though, and now you gotta run and don't know where these swings are coming from, whether they're coming low, hitting you in your kneecaps with locks, hitting you in your chest, your mouth, the back of your head, but you got to keep on running, because if you slow up, then they'll all be over you then. And this brother was running, and I remember when like 3 people kind of hit him at once. It was like the back of the head, the front, he tried to block it, they hit him in the stomach, then they hit him again. And when he started running, he was like limping, and I noticed that it was feces coming down his pants leg, like leaving a trail of little doodle balls. You know what I'm saying? Leaving a trail like he a rabbit or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about, how a rabbit jumps and be leaving these little pellets as he go. This how the brother Alim was coming. But he got big balls. He's running, trying to get away, and they made him leave the dorm after that. So I noticed this is how they seek justice in different states. It's different ways and different laws and guidelines. And I was telling myself, like, boy, I would never steal in this jail or get caught up with anything remotely like that, because I'm not trying to go through that. Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. That couldn't happen. But I tell y'all these stories, you know what I'm saying, to see what I've seen and what I've gone through, my situations, you know what I'm saying, is all built by experience and watching things go down, man. Like, that's a terrible way to go out. Like, and for him, for Aleem, I know he thinks about that all the time. Yo, I stole and then I had to run through the dorm and just get mollywopped from all different directions till I started know myself and leaving a trail of it, and then they made me leave the dorm. You know what I'm saying? In disgrace after that. Like, it's not a good look, man. That's why I ask y'all to please do something safe. Find something safe to do. Because in the streets, it's not it. It's not it. Because you're going to mess around, do something stupid, and find yourself in somebody's county jail, prison, the chain gang. And then you'll be going down Schitt's Creek yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking you to give yourself a chance. Stay away from that. This your boy Big Miz from the zoo. I'm going, y'all. Peace.